Hey there. It is exactly 10:30 p.m. Eastern Time in the U.S. on the East Coast on the evening of Wednesday, July 29th of 2026. And here I am once again because another Wednesday, another ROMhack from our buddy Zelda Maker. Not a complete package of crazy chaos, but instead just a small hex-edited tweak of the vanilla ROM. The thing is, we don't know what the differences are, and frankly, Zelda Maker doesn't know either. This is a case of tweaking a few things and watching what breaks. Or doesn't. And, well, here we are to find out exactly what. Last week's test was interesting. We, jumped into level 5. We, went to the room where the recorder usually is. We went down the stairs, and there was no recorder. That's because a small tweak caused the recorder to snap out of existence. Nothing else, just the recorder. Not half the items, just the recorder. Yeah, one little small change that made the game, unfortunately, impossible to complete. So, we're hoping to not have that happen again. But, well, I will start the way I usually do, and that is by reading the latest email from Zelda Maker where he introduces his latest. Good evening, sir. Let me start off with me saying I have no idea how your recorder got removed from the game last week. It's very simple to change something in the hex program and mess the whole game up. That's why I'm having you play them with some small tweaks to see if I understand the changes. I'm just figuring out how to change dungeon colors, so level 1 is a different color. Still working on figuring out how the other dungeon colors work. I changed a few item appearances. I do need you to pick up a free big shield from the shop near the start and look in all 4 directions to see if it appears right. Okay. Also, I added the bomb thing I found out last week. I won't tell you any more. You have to figure out what I changed. Oh boy. Remember, whatever I add, I can take away. Ha ha ha, in all caps. Oh, now that I look, I see the different potion bottles. Those look pretty cool. And yeah, the letter looks different, the magic shield looks different, the boomerangs look different. The bow looks like the hand mirror. Huh. Yeah, a lot of these look different. Some of these graphics I think appeared in the 3-dude hack I'm playing now. Also, I like that map. Anyway, I'll continue with this email. I'm being generous tonight. I'll be using the bomb feature against you in the near future. Remember, it's always possible I changed something making the game unbeatable, but I don't see this happening tonight. Zelda Maker. So, there you have it. He warns that he changed the color of level 1, he changed some item graphics, and he did the bomb thing. Whatever that means. So there you go. And, oh, before I go any further, I notoriously hide this at the end of my stream, and I'm sure people miss it, so now I'm going to mention it at the beginning. Programming note. Both this Saturday and next Saturday, I would be usually playing Zelda on Saturday. That would be Saturday, August 1st and Saturday, August 8th. I will instead be playing on those Fridays because I will be doing a bit of traveling this weekend and next. So instead, I will be continuing Trial of Courage Second Quest in just 2 days on Friday, July 31st. And if there is more of it to play, I will be hopefully completing it on Friday, August 7th. So please look forward to that. And, well, no need to ramble anymore. I will hit the start button and register a name. Let's call our character, Adles. It almost sounds like a name that could be a name, but no, it's really just Zelda backwards. Mando Gamer, hello, Mando Gamer. Good evening, chat. Suggests that he thinks I will maybe finish Trial of Courage this Friday night. We'll see. Tune in live. That'll be on twitch.tv/YYR57695. Hope you'll tune in. But for now, let's start this thing and the clock. Now, he said I should get a free big shield near the start. So, I mean, we're near the start. I guess... Is it this one? Get out of the way. Yep. No, I won't buy something, but I'll take your thing for free. Okay, interesting. So, it still uses the original graphic when it's facing south. Doesn't look much... I can't tell if it's different facing east. Facing up, you can't see it anyway. Yeah, I can't really tell if that's different. I haven't really focused on the shield facing east and west, and also I don't normally pick it up, so we still have our north and south facing arrows looking like the target symbol. Target has not paid any promotional money for this plug. Oh, so apparently Mando Gamer is also doing Zelda Maker tests. That's exciting. Mando Gamer writes, on the test he had me do, the shopkeep had the Master Sword and Red Tunic for 5 rupees. Nice. What a bargain. With all the rampant inflation, it's nice to know that the price of something went down. Jeez. So he warns that there's some sort of bomb thing, but I haven't used any yet. Ah, I took damage. That messed up the bomb drop. Was hoping to get one there. Come at me. So probably I will run out of bombs here. Hey, we got some more. That's the way. Can I have that, please? Thanks. Probably shouldn't have wasted my time, but oh well. This way. So, Mando Gamer says, I still think it's blowback damage. Do you mean like knockback, or do you mean something else? Because I haven't noticed anything yet, but I mean, everything I've used bombs on so far has been bosses, so it's hard to say. Oh, you mean it would be damage to myself? Oh, damage if I'm too close to the bomb when it goes off. Well, there's one way to find out, right? It is not that. We have taken our 5th heart container. Seemed like the hitbox was a little bit weird there trying to pick up the heart. Either that or I was just off, but didn't look like I was off. Oh, that's right, I have a shield now. Not that I needed it. Yes, please. So Mando Gamer suggests a fun idea might be the chance of a misfire for the bomb. Well, if I was, like, trying to do a serious speedrun, that would be frustrating. Just like how the random tripping that they added to Super Smash Bros. Brawl just absolutely killed competitive play in that game. You don't ever want to, like, add random luck to, you know, more random luck to something that people take seriously. I had a long time... Whoa! Yeah, those colors are definitely different. I can barely see a thing. Alright, well, the north door is open. Now, hold on a second. Because Mando Gamer suggests candle, but when we saw this kind of color scheme in ROM hacks such as Trial of Courage, candle didn't do a thing to light it up further. It looks like it should, but it does not. Yeah, I don't know. Did the hitboxes change for these items? I thought I walked right through the, that 5 rupee right there. Would have thought it would have picked up. It looks like that color change wasn't quite finished. Why are those tiles cyan and the other tiles not? Now this is interesting to me. I don't know if this was intended, but if you check the color scheme, you can see... Oh, well now everything is lit up. But those stairs were hidden. Yeah, that color scheme's not coming back. But when I first entered that room, I could not see the stairs. I just knew that they were there, but they didn't show up because the color scheme was too dark. I grabbed it just to see if it looked any different. It didn't. We'll grab the boomerang because we love to have the boomerang, even though it costs us probably a good 10 to 15 seconds to get. It can be worth it to grab the heart there, because even though you take a couple steps out of your way to get it, it saves you the time of waiting for that heart to fill up. So at the least, you get that time back, if not more. But this is like fractions of a second we're talking here. Since I'm not actually an expert speedrunner, tips like that don't actually help me very much. I should focus more on, you know, reducing the amount of unnecessary combat I do, and or, you know, improving at combat so that I can complete it more quickly. That's how we improve our speedrun time. Other than choosing a more difficult route and executing it well. And then, of course, mastering the glitches. Because that will save you some time as well. Specifically, those two glitches. The block clip and the screen scroll. That's what I figured would... Wait a minute, I have 9 bombs. That shouldn't be, should it? Now I'm curious. Is this some sort of, like, crazy infinite bomb thing? Bob Q asks, is that the bomb change? It might have something to do with it. Oops. But I haven't yet had the opportunity to, max out my bombs, really. Ooh! Oh. Well, I can hold at least 12. Haha, you're stuck. Mando Gamer suspected. Must have bumped the max to 10. Well, it looks like it's more than that. We'll have to figure out just how far Zelda Maker went. How much you want to bet one of these days he, like, makes the max one time? Wouldn't that be something? Imagine trying to play this game all the way through, only being able to hold a single bomb at a time. That's just cruel. No! Cooperate! That's it. If he had really cooperated, though, he would have run into that first bomb. Mando Gamer says it would be funny for a few laughs. Are you talking about no bomb cap would be funny for a few laughs, or a 1 bomb cap would be funny for a few laughs? The 1 cap. I don't think that would be very funny at all, personally. I think it would be challenging and a little frustrating. Probably should have grabbed a few more bombs than 3 before I came in here. Oh, right. I forgot about that. Whack. Definitely not hurting for money this time around either. But I can't tell if he adjusted the drop rate on the money or if I'm just getting lucky. Almost had the sword throw in here. Or even better, Mando Gamer suggests, a neg bomb count that you have to zero out before you can beat the game? Huh. How would that even work? I don't know if it's possible to have negative items in this game. Oops. Mando Gamer says, magic! That's how it works. All of this is magic, if you ask me. Of course. Then there is that story of what I said when I was probably single digits when this happened. Holy moly. My friend's never gonna let me forget this. I'm actually going to see him. Ah, really? Couldn't have dropped any bombs for me just now? Hold still. That's annoying. This is a friend I actually am still in touch with. I'm actually going to visit him. That's the trip, not this weekend, but next. I was at his birthday party. He was probably turning 9 or 10 or something like that. Not old. He still lived not too far from me at that time. This was before he moved to Pennsylvania. And his mom went all out for this birthday party. They had a magician, they had a couple of arcade games, awesome food. Like, they went all out for this party. But, you know, I was not interested in most of it, quite honestly. Oops. I was more interested in Nintendo at this point than anything else. So, and the other thing was, I was an obnoxious kid, in ways. Pretty obnoxious. Now I'm looking for bombs now, actually. There. Found some. So now we'll go back and do what we were going to do. Mando Gamer says, no Batman? No Batman. But practically everything you could possibly want from a birthday party was there. So, this magician, who's probably, you know, making not great money, you know, just trying to get through the day and get home, he goes and says to this room full of kids and maybe a few parents, who wants to see some magic? And the obnoxious, probably 8 or 9-year-old kid at the front of the room says, the only magic I want to see is the magic of Nintendo. And in the fan fiction that, you know, my friend writes in his head, all he can think of is, I hate my job. I hate my job. I hate my job. We'll grab the arrows here. Or whatever that is. A green pea. I'm buying a green pea for 80 rupees. So that was my obnoxious kid self. And, yeah, he's never going to let me forget that I said that. We'll get the red medicine here. Kid me would have been very offended by that. No, you always have to get the heart container. You can buy the medicine, but the heart container, you never get another chance at that. Now that heart container is gone forever. What are you doing? I didn't need that heart container anyway. I'm not going to try to begin to explain how that worked. And now this 12-second intermission is brought to you by YYR Games. Yeah, they're my games. I made them. They're arcade style. They're great. They're at yyrgames.com on a badly needing to be updated website. And that's it for our 12-second intermission. And we're back to our regularly scheduled darkness, I see. That can be lit by the candle. But, you know, if you don't need to press start and go to your inventory, which wastes time, selecting the item, which wastes time, and then pressing start to return from your inventory, which wastes time. If you don't have to do any of those things, then why do them? So that's another, and this is not a fraction of a second kind of improvement to your time. This is more significant than that. If you want to improve your speedrun time, try not to switch items constantly. Because every time you do, that adds time to the clock. Oops. My D-pad is, Oh, my D-pad is fine. It's my fingers that don't work well. Well, I used the bombs to pretty good effect. Helps to have that many. And Bob Q in chat, who was told to always get the heart container, says, if you get a few extra rupees, buy the bomb upgrade to see how many bombs you'll get. Ah, but you know what? If I do that, I'm not going to be able to afford the meat, so I might forego that. Sorry. But the other thing is, I don't even know if I'm going to need the upgrade, because I already don't know how many bombs I can hold as it is. I love that you don't need to wait for the boomerang to come back to you to get what you picked up. Just a fun little physics trick. And now he's asking I should farm some bombs to see how many I can carry. But I mean, I'm also trying to finish the game quickly. Don't worry, I will take some time later to see how many bombs I can carry. But for now, let's take care of Dig Dogger. Bomb to do half the damage, and then the sword does the rest. And that's level 5. And we were able to get the recorder this time. Imagine that. Now we're going to face east and blow into the recorder once to get to level 2, then a second time so that we wind up at level 3 instead. The first step is to buy the meat. The second is to head to level 7. Didn't I eliminate a couple of those enemies before? I can't recall, actually. Suspicious me is like... Is the game not remembering what enemies I defeated? Is that a ROMhack feature? But I think that's all in my head. I don't think that's actually happening. Oops. No bomb drop, huh? No? Not this time either. Well, you know what? 7's enough. I'll go down the stairs and we're in level 7 and we switch to bombs right away. In we go. If there's no door, make one. Ow. Oh, what a jerk. Try to speed things up a little. Avoid the dig dogger. Oh. My thumb is not cooperating with me today. Alright, meat time. Here you go. Oops. I was not on target there. Oops. I gotta watch my health. Getting boomeranged too much is not good for your health. Ah, but picking up fairy, very good for your health. Huh. The orange ones usually will give you bombs here and there, but... Alright, you know what? I will... Oof. Ay! Oh, I'm about to die. Mash the button. Too slow. Well, that stinks. But the good news is, there's a fairy fountain right here. Usually, if I die, that's the end of my speed run, but I'll leave the clock running for now. Yeah, Mando Gamer says speedrun ruined. But, that's what I get for trying to farm bombs. Or at least trying to pick up 4 more in that room. All you gotta do is beat the blue Gorias, but I was not being careful. We can do better. Man, I just tore through 3 of them and no bomb drop. Ah, man, I hate that I have to beat this room again. Take this. Come back! Well, at least the dig dogger's on the other side of the room now. There we go, finally. Now we're getting somewhere. And Mando Gamer reminds me that the boomerang exists. Yes, combat against them would be far easier if I used that. Ah! At the correct time would be even better. I already made the hole here. Got you. Just systematically take them out one at a time. Getting lucky doesn't hurt either. Well, we can hold at least 16. Nice. I love that they all just kind of stayed together like that. Well, you know what? If I'm not in a hurry... No, this way. The sky's the limit, I see. So, someone in my, Oh, why am I bothering with the blue ones? The blue ones don't drop any bombs ever. Oh well. No bomb drop there. Some doofus, just tried to post a spam comment in chat. It's the same website that, you know, these people must pay a ton of folks who just jump into random Twitch channels and spam for their site that gives you fake viewers so that you can pump up your channel's stats, I guess. And, I am using auto mod features to block those comments, and they're so easily defeated. Like, they're not even trying. Like, if they would post something just a little bit different, they would get through. But I would say for at least the last 2 months, and I do stream twice a week, they've always posted the same thing, so it's blocked every time. I don't get why... You know, it's one thing to be persistent, but it's, you know, work smarter, not harder. Mando Gamer asks, is that a paid feature? I don't think it is. I think, I'm pretty... Well, actually, you know what? Since I only started using it recently, I couldn't tell you if you have to be an affiliate to use it or not. But I'd like to think you don't. I'd like to think that this is something everyone can use. They drop bombs too. 24, 28. I don't think there's a limit. Oops. That was me drinking my my seltzer over here instead of having both hands on the controller. Not very wise. Mando Gamer says aim for 9,999. Well, you know what would happen first. It would, before that, you would get the, you know, like the Super Mario Brothers sort of thing where, you would start cycling through letters and stuff. Oops. It's like, I'm trying not to get my shield eaten, but I'm also trying not to, yeah, you'll get the alphabet, you'll get all kinds of funny stuff before you, get to 9,000. Oh, there's more bombs. 31. The bubbles. My adversaries. Get out of here. Hey, that wasn't bad. I did a little more running around than I would have liked. You know, adding time, but... Also, I took a little more damage than I would have liked to. But, we made it through. The rest of this dungeon is pretty much a gimme, so... I can see if he drops any bombs. No. Not this time. I was thrown off because it's like... What is it again? It's the bow and arrow. No, that's a hand mirror and a green pea. Ping pong, says Mando Gamer. Oh, right. I need the recorder, and I need to face west, blow into it once. That'll take us from level 3 down to level 2. We're going to reveal level 8, and we're going to go after some dark nuts. This is dark nut hunting. And you can definitely see the impact that that dying in level 7 had on my time, because it's already going to be, 35 and a half minutes. And this is why usually I turn the timer off after I get killed, but might as well keep it running. Alright, it's dark nut time. Ow. The most powerful S word in this whole game. Nice. Somehow fought hard and got all my hearts back. Excuse me. Blue Dark Nut room number 2. Alright, this one is pesky. I don't like you. Oh, quit turning. Yes, I know you're trying to survive, aren't we all? Inflation is just hitting all of us very hard. Hey. It's like he actually got away. I need to use one of my bombs. It, like, makes me sad. Slice, slice. It's not just the soda anymore. Does that soda still exist, Slice? That was, like, pretty popular in the 1990s, wasn't it? But I haven't seen it in years. I wonder if it still exists in certain markets, or if it's just history at this point. Mama said to pack extra bombs, so, I only brought 37. Any chance I could get a few more? 41. 45. 49. You know what? To heck with it. Let's grind for bombs. Let's get as many bombs as we can. And then we'll just blow up everything in level 9. How's that sound? 53. That's it. We're falling off the rails now. Oh, that's so funny. Mando Gamer suggests you think that, but everything will be bomb-proof. Alright, let me tell you something. I have yet to find a bomb-proof Wizrobe. Oh, I already got that money. Can't get that again. Might as well get some cash to spend on explosives. Oh, and now Mando Gamer is suggesting that Zelda Maker should go ahead and use that as a suggestion to go ahead and make, you know, bomb-proof enemies. I don't even know if that could be done. Unless, you know, you make all bombs do 0 damage, but then all enemies are bomb-proof. I mean, I suppose you could do that. That would certainly remove a combat option. Oh. Mando Gamer says, your mission is to make a bomb-proof Wizrobe. No, that's terrible. Don't do that. Hey, we're up to 60 now. More explosives. More. 68. Yeah, will I? Will I indeed? 72. $76. I mean, at this point, now I just want to see if you can top 100. We'll make it to 88 just off buying them. I do want to know what happens if we top 100. I guess I will stop there, but the next milestone after that is to see what happens when you hit 255 of them. There's 92. Oops. $96. Oh well. Ah! 100. It even so nicely tucked away the X. And Mando Gamer says you have to use them all before the end of the game. For real? You know, that's a tall order, but... Alright, you're on. This is the most inefficient use of resources ever. Bomb the rocks! That doesn't work. Ow! It's like, haven't you heard the song? Can't stop the rock. Take that! Alright, here we go. A little late. We're running a little late. We're running like 10 minutes late. Too high. That's a good one. Now here's a waste of resources. It'll clear the way, but pretty unnecessary, right? Thought it would turn around. I don't think Patra is susceptible to bombs, but you know I'm gonna try it. Nope. Those little bugs do not respond to bombs. They do not respond. However, Wizrobes, we can blow them the heck up. Boom! Always satisfying to bomb the heck out of these guys. Come on. Boom. Boom. You're dead. You're dead. Bomb management. Who needs it, says Mando Gamer. Yes, this is for sure not a scenario where we need to keep track of what we're doing. See, you know, they drop more bombs anyway. I might not have a choice here. I will permit myself to use the sword in this room. Out of necessity. I remember reading that some folks tried, but no one could find a way to skip this Patra. I trust what I read. Hey, another one. Ow. Too slow. That'll get him. That got two of them. You're dead. You're dead. And you're gone. Blown to smithereens. That was kind of necessary. Gotta watch my health here. Making use of the bubbles to prevent myself from getting whacked by magic beams. Too slow. That's got him. Over here. Boom. I can't pick up the heart without the sword. Yeah, Mando Gamer, I agree with you. When you say, you would think if you wait long enough, it would move so you can block clip. Yeah, I would think that, but I'm not 100% sure why that Patra can't be skipped. Oh, keep your wings to yourself. It would be much more efficient just to use the boomerang here. Oh well. Oh! I was not paying attention there. I was thinking of using the medicine when I came into this room, but then I didn't. That was dumb. Mando Gamer says, did I miss something? When did we get to Jersey? I'm going to stop the clock at this point. But I feel like I've come this far, I might as well finish. I've still got 44 bombs. Yeah, maybe I need to beat some Wizrobes over again, but it's alright. Maybe if I'm lucky, a couple of enemies will drop hearts and, I won't be quite so screwed on health. Alright, I refuse to bomb my way through all of these again. Yes, Mr. Patra. How can I help you, Mr. Patra? Thank you, Mr. Patra. Why are you blocking the door, Mr. Patra? This is a Wendy's, Mr. Patra. Unfortunately, I think these Wizrobes are back to life. Hey, look, more bombs. Just what I needed. That's one down. 2. Boom. Got them all. That was a perfect room. Heh. Love it. Alright, well, we've more or less fought our way back to where we were. Didn't take too terribly long. Now I'll just do what I should have done the first time. Oops. I think there's something there. I don't remember, though. Or it could just be my bad thumb messing me up again. It's just so fun blowing them up. Oh, I forgot I have that. The joke's on you guys. Ow. The shield doesn't work behind me. Oh, that's right. I had to use all of them, right? Well, I guess I'm exacting revenge on these jerks. Because I don't know how else I'm going to use them all. And you can't get a word in edgewise. Manho Gamer says, you didn't buy the backward shield mod? Now I'm down to bombing individual keys. Well, that's it for bombs. They're not going to work anymore. Well, that was effective. Oop, alright, time for medicine. We're not gonna lose concentration again. That was half decent aim. Goodbye. You know what else is half decent aim? Toothpaste. Alright, let's see if I can at least have a decent Ganon. Oh, what happened? Alright, that was alright. Bacon! Yep, I've done it. I took out my rage on Dorothy the Adorable, who I will present to you once again. This is the drawing that my wife made of Ganondorf after playing as him in Smash Brothers, aka Dorothy the Adorable. So, not my best work, but we had 100 bombs. Now, already people make jokes about how much equipment that Link can carry and how he must have some sort of, like, ridiculous infinity purse that, you know, you can just put an elephant into and it just pops out again like it's pure magic. But just imagine him, like, stringing 100 bombs behind him. Yeah, I don't know. It's a funny image, though. I really like that mental image. So really the only change I noticed insofar as the bombs was that the limit of bombs you could carry was now, well, seemingly no limit. I don't know what would have happened if we tried to carry more than 255 bombs. Now, why is 255 a significant number, you might ask? So, I'll explain. Most numbers, you know, you have to remember, back in the days of the NES, we had very limited RAM to work with as game developers. In fact, you know what? I'm curious. NES RAM amount. If I Google this... Oh, wow, okay. The Nintendo Entertainment System had 2 kilobytes of working RAM, another 2 kilobytes of video RAM, and 256 bytes of sprite RAM. Now, the cartridges could include extra RAM on the cartridge, but I don't know how typical that was. But that is just an absolutely microscopic amount compared to the just gobs of RAM that we have on modern platforms. So you had to really think about how you were using your RAM. So you can't just have a million variables. And your variables couldn't be gigantic either. So what you did was you used only what you needed to hold whatever value it was. So the value, for example, to hold your number of rupees is clearly an 8-bit integer, meaning it's 8 ones or zeros. That's it. That's what a bit is. It could be off or on, 0 or 1. Using 8 bits, with the first one being worth 1, the second one being worth 2, then 4, then 8, 16, 32, 64, and 128. You double the number each time. Using 8 bits, you can express 256 different values from 0 through 255, and that's as much as you can do. So, The Legend of Zelda, this game that we know and love, allows you to hold between 0 and 255 rupees, and then you can't carry any more because your 8-bit integer that holds your number of rupees cannot store a higher number than 255. That's all it is. It's memory limitations. It's the fact that the programmers only decided to use an 8-bit integer to store your number of rupees. Now, how much memory did they devote to holding your bomb count? By all accounts, it looks like it's probably also an 8-bit integer. So if you just kept collecting bombs, you'd probably find out. But the thing is, since you were never supposed to have more than 16 bombs in the vanilla game, they probably don't have any restrictions on, there's probably no programming code that says, well, if you collect that 256th bomb, don't increase the number anymore. Because why would you need it? So I have a feeling that if I just kept collecting bombs, my guess, and I don't know this for a fact, but my guess is if I had 255 bombs and then I took another pack of 4, it would go 0, 1, 2, 3, and I'd wind up with 3 bombs. That's a guess. I don't know if it's right. And I don't have the time to figure it out. But I don't know. Maybe Zelda Maker has that kind of time. But I don't think this is the end of the experimentation with this particular tweak. I think we're going to see more of this. And I also think we're definitely going to see stricter bomb limits in the future. I have a feeling he's going to force me to work with 4 or maybe 3 or 2 or even 1 bomb in the future. And I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, at the least, it's going to slow the pace of the game down considerably because there's going to be specific situations where you need a bomb to move forward and you're going to have to farm for one. It doesn't sound all that fun. So hopefully, rather than just say, oh, ha, that's funny, and limit to 1 bomb, hopefully he'll think about, the situations in the game and, well, in this case, you need 2 bombs. So maybe the limit should be at least 2 bombs. That kind of thing. But we'll look forward to those future tests and see. A little bit of resource planning and management. You know who's not good at resource management? Our current government. I mean, they're bad at everything, but I read this week that they're thinking about using some resources to try to counter Chinese influence because they're noticing that other countries in the world are starting to look towards China as a more reliable partner that can do more to help in certain situations. So they're thinking about possibly offering aid or you know um, offering money, you know, spending some money to try to counter Chinese influence and you know try to strengthen um, trust in and respect for the U.S., which sounds good on paper until you consider that we already had that for many years, decades, in fact, until they decided that Elon Musk, who has more money than anybody in the world, uh, should be in charge of cutting the government. And he did so by destroying all of that we had. All of the soft power that we had, all of the foreign aid that we were investing in, all went in the garbage. And the shredder and the compactor. Like, it wasn't just that they let go staff, they also, they basically wrecked the thing so that it wouldn't be easy to put back together again. And now they're starting to figure out that maybe that was a bad idea. You don't say. This is what happens when you put the least competent people in charge of the most important jobs. That's just what it is. And that's all I'm going to say about that today. Anyway, if you watched this far, thank you. Thank you very much. I know you have a lot of choices, and more of them every day. And yet, you're here. And for that, I thank you. Um, I will be back on Friday, just 2 days from now, the 31st of July, usually Saturday, but this time it's Friday because I'll be traveling this weekend, to continue my second quest run of Trial of Courage, the Zelda ROMhack from a few years back by the 3 Dude. I have reached level 9 and we're going to take it on. But level 9 last time around, the first quest was pretty serious business and it took a long time and it was pretty challenging. So, since this is the very last dungeon in this 2 quest ROM hack, I'm expecting it's going to be pretty rough. But we'll see if we can get through it in one more session. So I hope you'll join me for that on Friday, the 31st of July, as we say goodbye to the 7th month of 2026. And then I will be back once again on next Wednesday, the 5th of August, for most probably another Zelda Maker fun little test. So I hope you'll look forward to that as well. And yeah, other than that, that's it for me for now. Um, please take care of yourself. Please. Clearly, I've checked the news for you. It is still all bad. It is what it is. Um, so try to reduce your news intake. And also, do take care selecting your news sources because a lot of them are owned by billionaires now, and they're not our friends. They are not looking out for our best interests. They are selecting what they want you to hear for the most part. So do try to find independent news sources or more independent news sources um, that are a little more legit. Do your best and trust in others, because there are a lot of folks on the internet who are able to tell what legit sources are. Look for those people and put your trust in them, and you're probably in the right place. But at any rate, do take care of yourself. Try to sleep more, watch your diet. You're going to be happier if you do those things. It takes a little time out of your day to plan this stuff, but try to get some exercise. You'll thank yourself for it. It's all part of taking care of yourself. Taking care of others, pretty fantastic. Thank you for doing that. But if you're not also taking care of yourself, you're not going to be in the best position to do that. So don't forget to take care of yourself, because yourself is important. Don't forget. And if you enjoyed this, I'll see you again. Take care. Till next time. Be well.